I really think that this is the million-dollar question. How do you see programs like Smiles Change Lives fitting into the future of orthodontics?
I would say I'm hopeful that initiatives like we're doing through Smiles Changes Lives can help propel it throughout the orthodontic field and help it become more of a well-known company and aid for those practices that are looking to give back to the community to help use Smiles Changes Lives in their practice as well.
What we're using it for is more of the screening arm, right? Because I don't want to be collecting tax returns and doing all of that.
Hmm.
And I tell people we want to do intentional philanthropy, right? So, like, I want to screen the people and do the philanthropy that's right. I don't want to sign up a bunch of people who aren't going to pay me when I'm expecting them to pay me. That's unintentional philanthropy. So, we're using it to help us maximize our intentional philanthropy and also to keep our fingers out of the denials, you know, and all of the stuff. I know there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff that makes that work. And then I think, there's probably like, so that's what we need. We can handle the rest of it. Um, as you're early on, though, you probably need some help with the implementation. So putting together some sort of playbook of, these are a couple different ways that people do these things so that people aren't feeling like they're having to reinvent the wheel. So for your beginner that wants to do it but doesn't really know how, you can say, okay, well, here's a couple of different ways you can do it. And then for the bigger ones that, are like, hey, I just don't want to have my hands in the sticky part, so you guys can help with that, then, I think there's certainly utility there. That's what is helpful for us. Uh, it'd be nice if as, we're part of orthodontic partners and, some of the other bigger um, corporate type things, if they really start to incorporate this in as well. I know we're planning to eventually.
Hmm.
So, partnerships with the broader group, I think will accelerate the pace at which philanthropic treatment's done, you know, more
Agreed.
broadly. So
Hmm.
I think getting in the right conversations with the right groups is probably really useful to help more people.